that we have said that we're going to build more housing and build faster because we've got to increase inventory, or whether I made the large investments in local law enforcement in our state's history, that we're all focused on the same issues: affordability, public safety, and creating opportunity for people, and that this party might have a different ways of being able to get there, but our focus and our North Star stays exactly locked in.
The issue I have here, Governor, is I believe your state was about, what, $6 to $12 billion in debt? Now, California is a whole nother issue. They're at 2030, right? I also have friends who've told me, bro, you need to look at the fact of Maryland, you got to pay for every damn thing. And they say that Governor Moore is fucking up a lot of things. Now, I've been fair. I think he's very personable, but I do get tired of the talking points across the board. I think the Blacksburg piece about the students is good, but at the same time, y'all know good and damn well y'all don't listen to students. So why the fuck we even bring them into the conversation? You know what politicians say about students? Students don't vote. The progressives vote. The progressive and conservative students, they vote. But majority of students, not either one of those. They're independents, NPA, no party affiliates. And they don't vote. So respectfully, Governor, I get it, but I ain't with it.
He spent a lot of time crisscrossing the city, on the ground, in neighborhoods. And typically when I travel throughout the city, there's only one candidate that I see a real visible presence from, and that's Curtis Sliwa. You see Curtis Sliwa posters on the Upper West Side and in East New York, but it seemed like it just did not translate for Curtis Sliwa. And perhaps Andrew Cuomo's message over the last few weeks that people should not vote for Curtis Sliwa because it would be essentially a vote for Mamdani. It may have actually resonated with New Yorkers.
Yeah, the numbers seem to bear that out, don't they?
Yeah. Here's one thing I hate. I'm not going to pause it. One thing I hate is the fact of the narratives they put out, right? They put out these narratives for people to get so upset and so passionate about politics and everything else. It's like, you know what? I get it, but there's got to be something better than fear. What do we have to fear besides fear itself? And I hate the fact that Republicans like Sean Hannity are pushing fear to his base. Democrats like Hakeem Jeffries are pushing fear to his base, Roland Martin too. And at the end of the day, you have Mamdani who could step in and be like, you know what? What solves the issue for everyday people? And how can we get there? And then they label the socialists. You label the fact of, okay, he's Muslim. The Jewish community should be scared. All these people, and it's just fear, fear, fear. And instead of being like, well, damn, when 9/11 happened, we were all brothers in this together. I'm from this city. I love this city, whatever. And now all of a sudden it's like, hey, we're scared of what he could potentially do. As if there's not a legislative process that can derail things that he implements. As if there's not a judicial process that can legally challenge the shit he implements. Or strategy to implement, stop, and derail shit. His process. We're literally seeing it in DC. And people are sitting here hoping that this one move will change everything. And even for the Maryland governor, to be fair, I don't think it was Trump pushing the book bannings. It was happening under Biden's leadership in Republican governors and Republican states were having it happen. So now that we're fighting back for this narrative, I think we also should focus on the literacy rates. Because for some odd reason, again, Mississippi's gone from maybe 49th in reading proficiency to top 6 by implementing phonics, which a lot of people have, not people, but schools have forgot about because they've been so focused on school choice and also focused on the fact of teaching to the test. Cool. Now we need to get back to the basic phonics, learning how to read. And that's what Mississippi's done. And if Mississippi can do it, we know everywhere can do it. But let's get back to this. I'm gonna take a bathroom break, get some water. Give me like 10 minutes. I'll be back though. I'll be off camera, but I'm gonna leave it up.
That everyone could remember, that everyone could get behind, and he rode that wave straight to a pretty decisive victory.
Andrew Cuomo derisively called him the TikTok
Here's
candidate.
what I'll do, actually.
But when we were with Mamdani doing that walking tour of Astoria, it was clear that he also had the retail politician chops, that he's good, can come into a room, interact with people, and that's still that old-fashioned pressing the flesh still works in a mayor's race. And he got a lot of people, I think, that way to listen to him as well because of that ability to connect, just like AOC was able to connect in her congressional primary win over Joe Crowley.
Yeah, that's right. It wasn't high tech, it was high touch.
Right.
It was the kind of campaign where, you know, an honorable mention to the whole team, right, because they did something that is kind of like a lost art in New York politics, unfortunately, which is run an old style campaign where you get a bunch of volunteers, not paid people, volunteers, and you get them to go out and knock on doors, and you ask people what's on their mind, and you write down on a scale of 1 to 5, how likely are you to do this thing that our candidate, you know, wants you to do? And then you record it and you bring it back home, and then you start to build from there. That's the way you do it, and there's really no substitute for it.